Unless if you were some perfect teacher's pet nerd snitch, then you have gotten in trouble at least once or twice in your school journey and you had to get punished for it. But some of these punishments really does get into your head in, like a Saturday detention. I swear to God, this punishment was so stupid. Like, why does it even exist in the first place? Knowing that I've just went through misery for 8 hours a day, 5 times a week, why do I have to return back to school on my days off? Matter of fact, I want to know who invented this Saturday detention thing. Because if I saw that man lacking, I will run to his face and give him the cleanest slap on the back of his head. Like, I'm actually not even joking with you. And you might argue, students can intentionally do bad things and be disrupted. So Saturday detention should be allowed. And I will say to that, there are other alternatives than returning to school on your rest day. Like, gee, I don't want to be returning to school after when I've just went to school Monday to Friday. Like, why am I doing that? I'm good for that. Teachers gotta understand that I only have 2 days off. Just 2 days. I don't want to be thinking about school during those days. Well, nowadays homework still hasn't allowed that, but I digress. Saturday detentions will be so boring as well. It's just you and the class doing homework or writing pointless essays while the teacher's just chilling on her laptop doing whatever. So broski, if I was issued a Saturday detention, best know that you're not going to see me there. I don't really skip school, but for that one time, you're definitely going to see me missing those. And speaking of missing, why do teachers make us miss our recess or lunchtime? Like, they force us to stay in class during break and lunch. This was one of the worst punishments, bruh. And they say the classic, the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do. Man, shut the hell up with that goofy ass line, bruh. It's corny ass shit, my guy. If I do something wrong, it's fair enough to give me an after school detention, but don't keep me at my recess or lunchtime. My lunch is important to me. I don't want to be missing my food, the roast battles, playing football, not soccer by the way, or chatting with the homies. And in my school, when the bell rings, teachers will literally take the piss by keeping us all in class for a minute or two and then name specific people who can go to recess or lunchtime and then make the rest of the class stay. For example, Dakota, you can go. Albert, enjoy your lunch. Diana, you can also enjoy your recess. The rest of the class, you can stay for being disruptive to my class. Next time you learn not to be disruptive in my class. Oh my days. Oh my days. You're making man angry with that one, I ain't gonna lie. This punishment should not be allowed. The food runs out quickly due to mofos sprinting to the cafeteria like it's their last meal or something. So that means that I'll miss the time to eat. I don't care if I did something disruptive. You should at least allow me to have something at least to eat. And when the teacher shouts at your face like, bruh, it's so agitating. Like, get the fuck up out of my face, bruh. Your breath stank like ice patch, don't stop talking at ass. And you can shout all you want, but just don't shout on my face, man, nigga. I don't want my nose to block or get an infection because I care about my health. Besides, why do teachers think it's a good idea to shout at your face thinking that it's gonna change something? What you did didn't help anything. So please, save your breath and get out of my face. You get? Depending on what type of parents you have, getting your parents called could mean nothing to you or could be the worst thing that could ever happen to you in school. Personally, my parents are loving and caring to me, but back in the day, they used to be strict. I mean, it's the stereotype of black African parents, innit? So getting my parents called was the last thing I wanted back in the day. I could be acting like this mofo, but when the teachers threatened to call my parents, I'll turn into this perfect Peter's teacher's pet or something. Trust me, you could give me a side attention, but please do not call my parents, please. Other than that, because when you go home after your parents being called on you, then oh my lord, prepare to get that ultimate whoopings of your life, my friend. For other students, it wouldn't mean anything if a teacher is trying to threaten this student to call their parents. In fact, the student will actually encourage it, and then when the teacher actually calls them and snitches on you sleeping or eating in class, they will defend their child and actually put blame on you, the teacher. The parent really done a Uno reverse card type shit, and the teachers be tripping because it hasn't happened before. Anyone that got those type of parents, y'all be bowling, bro. That means y'all can act however you want in school and that. Next is standing outside. Bruh, why send me outside the whole lesson, my guy? Not only am I missing out on the whole lesson, which is the whole purpose of me being in the class, but I'm also going to freeze or burn in this trash weather. Why are teachers so intense to torture you like this? It's never that deep, I promise you, bruh. It's raining because I live in the trenches and slums in London, England, and I am standing outside when the teacher could have easily sent me out of the class in the corridor instead of outside. Like, Mr. Brown or Mr. Smith, you're doing too much, my bro. Sometimes they'll also make you run around the tree for the whole lesson, or they'll make you face the wall, or sometimes they'll send you to the other class as well. That shit will be so annoying, bro. I don't get to see my friends, and I'm also forced to stay with these randoms that I don't even know. And last but not least, isolation or in-school suspension was probably the closest thing to solitary confinement. You get sound of the class, get put in a certain booth room by yourself, and you'll sit there for the rest of the day with tons of work for you at your disposal, and a teacher just watching your every move like you're getting interrogated or something. They probably created this in-school suspension system because they wanted to give us that glimpse of that jail life if we ever to commit something heinous. It's like a warning in a sense. We move both break and lunchtime, but this time they'll actually provide us food because that's just illegal if they didn't. And it's just you and your thoughts. You're sitting there by yourself for hours and hours and hours until they finally release you after school. See the pattern? I told you it's the closest thing to solitary confinement. But you know when teachers try to confiscate your belongings? Like, broski, I don't know who you think you are, but you have no authority to be taking the stuff that I own. Like, you don't pay for my phone, you don't pay for the things that I bought. So what makes you think that you can confiscate my stuff? I don't care if you're gonna give it to me back. You're not gonna take it. It's not affecting the class, so I don't know why you're taking my stuff. Like, you see, when teachers does this, it's actually so jarring. Like, why are you taking the things that belong to me? Like, it makes no sense, you know. Just tell me to put it away, but you don't have to take it. Do you get it? Makes no sense. Like, what?